Oh yeah. You know what? I just got a warning from. I just got a. Damn it. Okay, hold on 1 second here, guys. Tell me that's gonna work. Let's try this again. I had a forced update today from we usually get updates on Tuesdays from Streamlabs. We had one on a Friday. So let's see if we can get the camera back here. Hey, we're back. What this looks like. Daily momentum looks pretty good for bulls. The hourly looks like it has more room to run to the upside. Half hour looks okay. 15 minutes looks okay right now. Let's go down here and just check. See where we're at. Let's go to a 1 hour basis. This is your magnet right here. For just today, there is another magnet lower down here at 685, 680. So if you think that we're going to go down into the, dive into the close, that's 685 or 685.89. One quick second here. Just want to check. How are we doing here right now? Everything's coming back online right now. So we got this. Where's the close at? Here's 1600. That's the close. We'll make this a 1 so you or a 2 so you can see it. This is going to be a dotted line right here into the bell. Now, this magnet right here, I want you to watch this closely with me. We should sit here till 4 p.m. If we dive down here, there is some potential of that to go higher. So I've got this in a drawn out. There. And we're going to do NVIDIA next here in just a second. Visibility order, bring to the front. There it is. All right, for some reason it's not in the front still. This is our daily right here, and we're going to bring this up a little bit. 686.50, right about there. We're going to get rid of this because we don't need it anymore. We already know what that is. You got your 4 right there. And then into this bell for Friday. That up there. We know what the magnet is already. We don't need that anymore. We know what it is. It's right where we are. And over the weekend, right here. Right there. Right there. $692.50. We're not going to go to 78. Right here. Right in here. You can see that hourly trigger coming up. Hourly triggers right here. So come back down into the close. You also have the NVDA doom that should come out. NVDA should trade at 184 into the bell. So a slap down into the NVDA earnings and then up and to the right. Keep an eye on NVDA. We'll look at it here together. You can tell you 1 second. I got screens that are all fucked up right now. Like I'm not showing SPX right now. Sorry. I want you to remember this one right here as we chart out NVDA. If you want to cut and paste this, you can. For your weekend expectations. Fuck is the there it is. Back over here. Should be something just like that right there. We're still on, right? Is that price not moving? Oh, we're still on. It's just price not moving. We're going to do NVDA next. Yep, these are where all our buyers are in NVDA. We're just going to remove it. This is our buy line if you want to know what it is. Buy, 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 buy. This line right here. Same thing over here. Right up in there. Right in there. Nope. Is it up there? Nope. It is lower. It's right in here. Nope. It's not that one. Yeah, it could be considered that one. This is September. Let's check this big one right here. Huge one down here. That's our line right there. No, a little bit higher. Right there. Okay. Hey, what's going on? How are you? I saw you looking at me. I love you. I love you more than the world. You look beautiful today. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, I see. Frat boys? Daily looks good. Weekly looks good. I got my oldest daughter's home right now with me. Frat boys are toxic? Frat boys aren't toxic. They've always been toxic. That's what they do. It's like the army. They get taught all the like you gotta conform, right? That looks pretty good. This looks okay. I'm on the stream right now talking to people who are watching the stream going, who the fuck is this guy talking to? I saw the fraternity in Ohio. Oh man, reminded me of why I got offered to be in the fraternity and I said no. They wanted me to be their friend instead for other reasons because I was a party kid. And then of course I already did that shit in the army, so it didn't fucking matter anyways. Hold on a second here. Let's check this stuff out. So we're on NVDA. We got to start on a weekly basis. I love you, by the way. She's been all over me. She won't leave me alone. You know, you'd think for that female cat would, mean old man like me. Right there. This is NVDA, by the way, boys and girls. I think she wouldn't like me. This is your drop line over here. You want to know about this one? So 179.52, you want to pay attention to that. 179.52 is the door to downside. We're not down there. There is a note, though, if you look at this here. This is a weekly candle, and I want you to see this. Do you see this right here? We opened that door lower. Okay, so just be aware that that door is opened. We'll look at it on a monthly basis. I'll give you a target for monthly. Your weekly target would be down here, 162. Let's see what this matches up to trend over here. Down here is the original buy over here. Let's do this on a daily basis. This is kind of a sloppy line right now. Hold on here, guys. Just check the month really quick because that was opened. So I want to check the month really quick. Okay, so this is the basis of it right here, right where that line was started. So we're going to draw that in too. That's where I think it would hit. 163.69 on the downside. I don't think you hit this weekly down here. I think you hit that monthly. Let's go back to a week. Excuse me. Sorry about this. We just got a few minutes here. I have us going up though, by the way, if you want to know. Month, week, 6 minutes left for you to place a trade. If you're a pro trader, you already get this. I'm doing for you what I do at nighttime for you already. Four-hour, you should already know this information, but this is for the free members here. Have this right here. It's a 4-hour no-go zone. Let me check the daily again one more time. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. The 4 hours, nothing big here. Change that to yellow. That's not nothing like a daily. We're gonna go back to an hour and I'm gonna get this done for you next 5 minutes. You missed the new high in here. That's bad. I got some bad news for you. I think that we're going to go down here. You're not going to like hearing that. You missed the new high right here. So this should not be a cup. You do have a successful back test right here, but you failed to get the new high. No, I don't know. Well, I'm looking at this here. Like you failed to get the new high, but they did send you down. You held it. You have the opportunity to break it though here. Not making me happy here. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. 192.5. I have us going up. This is NVDA, by the way. I have some concerns, but not overriding concerns. I have some concerns that we could whipsaw, like after the bell, like this. It still resolves on Monday up here. Where's Monday? Let's after the bell. I'm gonna draw it like this, and then I think it resolves into Monday. $9 a.m. Just like that. That's what I think it's going to be today for you for NVDA into the close. We'll watch it closely together. Let's just watch this quickly here. Just don't want to get this wrong. The thing doesn't right here. There's your weekly target. This is your daily target. I don't think you have to worry about these, but I do think you have to worry about this weekly down here. Just a whipsaw down and then straight back up here. Let me check this again. Right there. Right up there. That's what I've got for us for right up in there. These are expectations for NVDA. I don't think the options will matter, but price target 192.50 back down here, and then straight back up into 194.90. The one question that I have is because of this failure of a new high over here. Is this? I can't tell if because of the no failure here. Does this cancel? It shouldn't. With this failure, it should go all the way back down again. Take out the move. You can see it back here. Because of that failure over here, you have a failure right here, so it should go straight back down and then whipsaw back up again. But the price action is claiming that this back test is giving it another chance. So that would say it's not done yet to just go straight up. So I'm going to draw this dotted line in just in case. I don't think it's going to matter to you if it whipsaws, but just be aware of it whipsawing here to go higher after the bell. Okay, so here's 4 p.m. or excuse me, here's 1600 right here. This is straight down right here. And the only other thing I would say to you here is if you're able to take out that prior high, then that would just get rid of this. It's the only thing that I would say. If you're able to get above this, if you're able to get above 190.37 before the bell, where's the bell? If you're able to get above this one right here, then I would say straight up to 192.50 and then 194 on Monday. But if you can't get that new high, I have questions about a bloodbath down here. Also, one other note here. Yeah, I got that right. Straight down, then up. Unless you can get above 190.37 before the close today, I would expect to move lower to 184, 183.63. So there's your target there. You've got NVDA. We'll watch it after the bell. I don't know what time they report. Hold on here. Sometimes they have a wonky report. Saying the 25th. Saying it's not till then, till the 25th. Oh, you got time, man. You got time, dude. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that right now. Your report's not till the 25th. They changed that shit. You're going right here, man. You're going down here. You're going up. You're going up, bro. I thought you said it was today, man. It's up here. That's where you're going, this way. That way and that way right there. You ain't got no sweat that shit. Okay, hold on a second here. Main screen. Let's go to SPY. Right here. A minute. And this is the on here. There's your magnet. pin. 6,900. That one up there. This one right here. 1,500. 1,30. 1,600. Right there. This is your 4 hour. This is your daily. There. You can tell what's there, guys. Mm. They're just parked. There's the NVIDIA chart, posted it in the Discord. One, two, three, four, five. You know, you could argue that's even a bigger one. Hang tight here, guys. Oh, that's what it is right there. Okay, I was missing something here. I thought I was missing something here. This is one, two, three. We gotta go look back at NVDA really quick. I was trying to count this up earlier. I was thinking that we needed to get by this one here. This one right here. It's this one right here we got to get by. I missed this one, this wick here. This must be this is either a fake wick. That's why we got to get up there, I think, but because then that would switch this to this would be one right here. 2, 3. And fuck the 4. You don't need the 4. There's the 4 though, or that's 4, 5. Do you see it? Do you see it right here? It's 1, 2, but I can't tell if it's all the way down there and that's 3. A 4, 5, and then down, or sideways, and then down. It's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is actually part of this one right here. Actually, it's down here, but there's 1, 2. This is the base right here. This doesn't go that deep. It's right there. Maybe a wick down here. This is your strongest one is going to be this one, I think. Whatever this buy is in here. I posted the chart inside of the Discord for you. There's a couple ways to count this. There's a fake wick on March or on Feb 9. You could count it lower if that wick is not there. Or if the wick is real, then it's higher. You have a great weekend as well. Yes, you carry spy and then we roll sideways. What you do is you spy would go up in early March, trade sideways until the middle of the month, and then we would roll on Vixpiration. Yeah, you'd need NVDA would carry the stock market into March, 100%. I'm trying to count it a few different ways right now to see if I'm missing something. This one wick here is the only thing that I got a problem with here. That was at 198.73. There can be an argument made that it'll fuck around between 205 and 212 for mid-March. Here, we'll look at it one more time. So here it is. Well, let's stretch it out right here. So we'll look at this prior high right here. So if this is one, or this is the fake wick, right? So you got 1, 2. That's a pretty big one right there. Your 3 should theoretically be way higher. But let's go back here and look at this. So if the argument is, so let's look at this. Let's look at it from this perspective. You get this fake wick right here, right? So we come up here, we put the wick in. Is that your 1? This is your 2. This would be your 3. And then there's a chance. Like, if that's fake, then that should hold. There's another way to read this too, where this is the actual high you need to beat. So if we have not if this is not real, then you'd come up here, do this one. You would back test this right here. And it's 2 equal legs. So 2 equal legs would be, back test here, and then you would hit 212. If you counted it another way, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 5. So depending on how you're going to count this. I think 207 is the low. The high potential is 212. You could like dick around in here. So what you would do is, here's 17th. You need to like hit this and then just fuck around in here. And then you'd roll. Once you tag this would be your handle, or your 4th and 5th wave. 4th wave, 5th wave up here and then down, or the 1, 2, and the 3 is going straight up there. You count it that way too. In both scenarios, it should, like 212 is possible, but I don't think you get there right away. Like, see this, and it could be violent too. And you got like that turning up right here, but you hit this and then it's down again for the beginning of the month, and then they try to run this thing back up again. That would rein in your bet to 207. Unless they do it all at once. Unless it goes moonshot, like rips up here. That's your cup, that's your handle right there, then you're done. Just grind, 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 grind. There are a few different outcomes here that I can see, so. Hold on here. I'll draw it. We'll draw it in and see how it plays out. So your new month flows. This is Friday. Right up there. And it's right here. Bring this back right there. Could be another argument to be made. This is right in there, right in there. It's right in here somewhere. Back down here. And then you're closing all of this out up here. And you're going to get taken out. 210.23, you're likely going to get taken out of there. We'll watch this and see how it plays out and see if it stays on course here. You know what else is interesting about this is the Iran stuff should be right in here. Like the 10 days for Iran is right in here. It's like party time, and all of a sudden you're up here and you see something about Iran be announced. They shank it down, back down here. And the bigger question is when we get up here, this looks like a giant cup and handle to me. So I would expect this to be like, you know, right fucking back down here into April. There's your April. And you're there to buy the dip again on April. See it right there. This is your inverted cup and handle down here. See it right there. You can see this one right here, right? And then slam it down. There's your cup and handle for April. Maybe close that up and then out of here. This is also why I think we actually attack Iran is in here. In a brief the other day, I told you mid-March, attack Iran. There should be some Iran fear. Oh, we're working on it. Oh my God, we struck Iran. Israel struck Iran. And then we're out of here right there. You know, this trade right here is conducive to, and then when you come into, I can draw this all up for you right now. You're going to come back down here. Blood, get underneath this. I don't know if you can see it, but underneath this. This is your April 15th. You should break back above 200. This is your mid-April 200. Come back down, and then you're back up for your summer trade up here. The real problem here too is you have a top, you have a failure to get above. I'm assuming in mid-June or something, you're gonna have a failure in here too. And this is where you're gonna come into this bigger thing over here, this fucking thing over here. This is the fall. And then a huge, you can see it kind of right there, big, giant fucking bull flag in here. And then whammo, you don't break out until the fall. We don't need that right now, though. Forget about all that. You don't need to look at that stuff. You just concern yourself with this crap right here. Save. Get rid of that. There's your pin. This is what I want down here. Wherever these two fuckers are, wherever this one comes up, right? It's a little bit lower. Shit. Down there. Right there. Right. 680, 650, right there. That's what I want. You could pin here, but I want a little bit of blood down here, a little bit of shankaroonie to buy this dip down here. It doesn't. It's not just Nvidia though. There's like, it's not just Nvidia. We chart out the whole market. The whole market's showing that stuff. You guys got the fucking year review, right? You guys have the year review. The year review has us following that same path. Like 6,800-ish should hold. And we shouldn't see 640. The potential to see 640 probably is not until the fall. It's the only thing I can assign to it is election volatility. So far, I have election going. So far, I have the election going. I have a ton of volatility in the election for summertime, late summer. I have the House being won by the Dems, and I have the Senate being equal. But the vice president would be the vote for that. The other thing, too, is that that's not necessarily bad for markets because Trump turns into a he's actually his whole term has been his whole entire term has been a lame duck president term. If you don't know what that means, you might think you know what that means, but you don't. I'd say 95% of you don't know what truly knows what a lame duck president means. And if you think you do, you should be the one to go look and find out. His whole presidency has been a lame duck. And that's not good because, here, I'll read it to you. I'll just read it on the show. Make it easy. It amplifies the longer his presidency goes on is the problem. Not really a problem, but because they all do it. But he's operated as a lame duck president for the first half of his presidency. But usually, if he becomes a lame duck now, in this case, for his last 2 years, presidents tend to become even more draconian because they don't have to worry, right? So I'm going to read to you what a lame duck president is. In politics, a lame duck or outgoing politician is an elected official whose successor has already been elected or will be soon. Not in this case, but outgoing politicians are often seen as having less influence with other politicians due to their limited time left in office. Conversely, a lame duck is free to listen closely. A lame duck is free to make decisions that exercise the standard powers with little fear of backlash, such as issuing, this sounds familiar, right? Such as issuing executive orders, pardons, or other controversial acts. Does that sound familiar to any of you? Yes, right? Such as issuing executive orders, pardons, or other controversial edicts. Lame duck politicians result in term limits, planned retirements, or electoral losses, and are especially noticeable where political systems build and delay between the announcement of results and the taking of office by election winners. Even at the local level, politicians who do not seek re-election can choose credibility and influence. Uncompleted projects may fall to the wayside as their influence diminishes. If you look at closely at a lot of what Trump has executive ordered, closely at some of his executive orders, he'll say things like, we're going to do this. but we're going to pay for it at the end of my term. He's done that. He's done that with federal government workers too. So what happens is you could see, even if you have the House won by the Dems and the Senate, he kind of touched on that today, where he was like, I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to do this because I'm the president. I'm all powerful. That's probably someone speaking in his ear saying, hey, man, you're a lame duck anyways. Your whole term is a lame duck. So test the limits of executive branch right now. And if he loses the House and wins or the Senate is tied, he could get more aggressive thereafter. The only way that he really loses, is if he loses the House and the Senate by some kind of supermajority. Probably not going to happen. If he loses by just a few seats, you've got guys like Fetterman, what the fuck his name is, Fetterman or whatever. You got people from both sides of the aisle that'll jump back and forth or can be bought and paid for. So there's still no real, there's no win here. If you're a Democrat, even if you take a few seats in the Senate, take a seat in the Senate, it's not going to matter. And there's another problem here too, a bigger problem for Democrats, which is governorships. Governorships implement policy at the state level, and that has far more reaching impact in your lives, believe it or not, than the federal government. And I looked at the governorship yesterday, and it still looks like it's going to remain Republican controlled. So it would take even if you won these things by a seat or two, there's a portion of the House and the Senate that they don't play by your fucking rules. They don't play by your rules if you're Republican, if you're MAGA, if you're Antifa, if you're Democrat, if you're liberal, whatever, conservative, corporate Democrat, corporate Republican, it doesn't matter. If for a litany of reasons, either they're retiring, they're term limited maybe from a state level, or if that's even a thing, I don't know, or you're retiring, you're getting too old, or maybe you've made a bad trade and like Nancy Pelosi, and so you need some money. People can be bought and paid for. So just that, even if you win by a smallest margin, there's always going to be some guy or some gal that's out there going, hey, fuck you, buddy. Or I didn't show up for a vote or something like that. So I think we have continuation of this is my point. So you're thinking about end of the year kind of stuff, right? Like if you come into the back half of the year in September and October, and you think about this, you're gonna hear you'll likely hear it should be shit the news in July, August, September. Oh my God, the Dems are gonna win, and we're gonna price in a recession, and you're gonna see volatility into that fall part of the year. But these guys all know it's bullshit. It's a trade. So that as we come into the actual election, they're going to say, whew, it looks like we haven't lost enough seats to really stop Trump and to send us to a recession for the market to crash. And do you get what I'm saying here? So what you end up getting is the volatility in the fall and the doom and gloom. And then you have the realization from the markets and participants saying, it's not like they're going to really stop this guy at this point. You'd have to have a literal waterfall of Democrats winning seats. And I just don't see it. I would say it's probably a 5% chance. Maybe 15. I'll give you, if you like super Dem, maybe 15. You just I don't think you have the votes for it. So now there's something else that's likely going to take place in that time period. You're likely also going to get, hey, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Right? So the market starts coming back up. And then you're running straight into potentially a ton of euphoria from America. And this is fucked up. You're going to run a ton of euphoria in America on AI. And that could also negatively impact other countries. So if the dollar is bouncing, any of you out there that think that the dollar is going to bounce in the fall and when it bounces that we're going to fail, what'll likely happen is like the Asian financial crisis, in my view, in midsummer, late summer, early fall, where you're going to see other countries' money pour into the U.S. to back that AI trade. And you're going to get exuberance, and the dollar will go up, I think, with the market. And because we're gonna look apparently like the person that's coming into or that's gonna win the AI race. So that euphoria should hit the market, and the tape should run us up into the end of the year. Should. I know I'm bullshitting right now. This is all macro fucking diarrhea, but you'd expect that to happen. Now the problem is the hangover. So you like ramp up into the end of the year. Everyone's excited. You come into the new year, and what the problem should be that inflation has risen too high, to where the Fed should announce to you in springtime they're going to start tightening, or December, January, February, March. They should announce to you, hey, we're going to start tightening the market here. So you'll have that negativity. And my other fear here is you'll start having higher unemployment because of that AI. That should compound the issue. And then the market should implode. It should fucking implode. Now, I don't know if that means there's going to be war or civil strife or your truckers like Jamie Dimons that are going to get mad, but it'll be a lot of turmoil and volatility and unknowns and all that kind of stuff into this. Come on, just flush it. Flush it so you can buy a dip. I mean, we can't see the fucking future, but we're going to deal with that shit eventually. So we're in February right now. Most of these guys are saying 6 months to a year for this next AI level. You figure the robotics would be a slower. Let's say we do the next level on AI. It's going to take time to work people out of the system in white-collar, cognitive skill jobs. And then likely you'll see the implementation of replacing people in menial tasks, or not menial, I shouldn't say that. Physical-type tasks should take time for a rollout. So if you have intervention from the Fed, or the Fed, the government, the Fed, Treasury, and Trump would spend the last half of his presidency tied up in all that shit. Now, I'm not going to conjecture all the other stuff he said, what that means. I'm not going to go into that fucking nonsense, but you figure there should be a lot of volatility around this into the end of his presidency. I think that's why he says to you, maybe there won't be another presidential election. He's probably being told by people that we're going to go through this strife at the end of his presidency, and there'll be some kind of like new governments being proposed. I think that's all crazy talk for right now. Crazy talk. But I do see that volatility, at least, of the unknown unknowns and the hangover and all that other stuff. If you're not aware about that stuff, I don't know what to say to you at this point. But there should be some exuberance first. I would assume they would run the fucking stock market vertical. The build out should be near complete. We should moon. We did in the internet bubble. We went fucking vertical. I would be very afraid of the end of this year. I'm going to warn you right now. I don't know what the low is in fall, but I'm going to warn you. All this price action right here, like holding 680, all like if we trade sideways all summer, even if you get a down moment, this is all reminiscent of the late 90s. And if we are able to do the build out or make that next jump in AI, you got NVIDIA's delivering a bunch of chips, two different new chips in the fall, right in September, October. They start making those deliveries. I've got where I live, I've got 2 data centers now. One being built, almost done, and another one was announced today. Not today, 2 days ago. they start bringing those fucking data centers online. They start bringing all the power online to build that stuff out, and the exuberance should be huge. If one of them, it's yeah, Claude's not there yet, but Claude's smarter than most of us. You got below like a 110 IQ. I think it's about a 110, maybe a 100 IQ right now. That's what it seems like to me. About 100 or 110 IQ. You start giving it like a 120, 130, 140 IQ, and shit's gonna move fast. It's just a matter of compute at that point to solve a lot of shit. So there should be an exuberance of all of this trade. Oh my god, I think it's gonna be fucking amazing. We're gonna solve everything. Everybody's fucking pumped up. Oh my god, I gotta own all of it. You know, that whole fucking nonsense. Market goes fucking vertical, and then they take the money and run. And you know, 3 or 5 years from now, or not now, but it'd be like 4 to 6 years from now, you could buy a bottom. All that shit will go back to zero again, and there will be a lot of companies that don't survive too. There are going to be a lot of companies that'll get annihilated in that. Let's find out if we squeeze up or down into this close. We were discussing in the pro chat earlier if we're going to squeeze up or down or get parked in the middle here on this OPEX pin. Oh yeah, I forgot about Lent and Ramadan. I meant to say something. Ash Wednesday just came up this past week. We're going vertical. We're no more down here. The idea that I think Iran was your chance. You got a 10-day window of going up. Maybe not 10, but you got like 7 days or 7 days, not sessions. I don't think he meant 10 business days. I think he meant 10 days. A military doesn't take Sundays off if they're on deployment. They go every day. Those guys out in the water are working like 16, 18-hour days. They might be getting 4 or 6 hours of sleep a night, maybe, if they're lucky, or whatever shift they're on. There's no sleeping over there. Their business days are 7 days a week, so it's like 10 days. Yeah, I don't know. You hope he loses. I don't. The only way I see like major strife is if it's like a landslide. It would have to be a landslide. I don't think you're going to get the landslide. Maybe it's possible. It is possible. There's something else too, which is the timing of the Epstein investigation. The Democrats bringing that up. I want to know why they're not bringing it up in the election season. Even they don't want that going on during the elections. These guys are fucking snakes, man. Like, I bet they have that shit wrapped up by summer, by June, May, but it'll be done by May. That's how fucking even if you're the opposition, if you're Antifa, your own politicians are fucking you right now. Ask them why they're not waiting to run that shit in the fall. They want it done too. They want control of their election, the DNC, just as much as the RNC. That's why everybody's playing ball a little bit right now. Get it done as quickly as possible. You run that stuff during election season, man. Whew. You run those hearings during. I guarantee you it'll be wrapped up like a bow. Yeah, nice little cup and handle right here. See the cup? You don't even need to go that high. You just need to go there. I'm not taking that trade. I want lower. I want a flush. This is the actual pin right here, too. Or spy, at least. Maybe not. Be careful here. You've got the half-hour trigger coming up underneath the daily. Yeah, no, I think I'm with that. I'm on this trade. Fuck that noise. It's going down here. Guide your minds. This is going to be like an attractor right here. It's going to be like a tractor beam. Let's see where this thing... It might be after the bell. Give me a fucking tractor beam down here. Very bullish, though. You see that half hour, an hour coming up? Like, this is going to moon the market right here. There's the daily, there's the half, there's the hourly. This is probably the best you can have right here. Still want to see that drop. Maybe I should move this up a little bit, like right here. Just wait for this drop right here. There could be an argument made that it's not going to wait. Hang tight, I gotta check something here.
Dow 30 buy side 193 million and maximum buy side 261 million.
Come on down. Come on down. Come on down.
Muslim, when asked about New York Fed study on tariffs that White House advisor criticized, says it's important Fed banks do research based on fact and objectivity.
Look at that fucking pin. Watch out for the last 5 minutes. We can see violent moves. 354. Next 5 minutes. Be careful. We can move 30 points. Be extremely careful. Last 5 minutes of market. I'm serious. A nuclear bomb could go off. This shit wouldn't change. I've had people scream at me in the Discord on chat saying bullshit. I'm like, that's not bullshit. It's their fucking market. They ain't giving it to you. Those days are long gone. 1987, that was the end of the real market. That was it. Stock market crash 1987 was the last time you'll ever see that again. Fucking world could be on fire and this shit would be parked right there. Fucking Christ. This shows you how much of a fraud the market is. Anybody getting 0-day calls right now? We have sometimes in the last 5 minutes of OpEx, we can go like big red bar or big green bar straight up and down. Not always, but sometimes. You can make a fuck ton of money last like minute or two. Last 5 minutes. Yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? I gotta work this weekend. I'm kind of pissy about it. I work too much. I was just thinking yesterday, I'm like, I should go on a mini vacation this weekend. But I was like, I can't, I gotta work. Just remember right now that the gamma is coming off 6,900. Remember that. All these options are going to die. The market, the dealers no longer, they don't have the delta hedge 6,900. So you can see an unwind pretty big. We've got a little bit of a change coming in here on a little bit of a shift here in MOC imbalance. I'll take another picture for you. They're going to get torched over the weekend. All those puts that are expensive for Monday are going to be burned. We're going to go vertical over the weekend. Put yourself on a nice call spread in the money. Make easy money here in the close. Okay, that wraps up the month of February for OPEX at least. If as the dealers would say, thank you for playing. SPY starting to squeeze up. We've got 1 minute left. Start.